are Tyrians. We are many races, several professions. We practice the arts of combat as well as healing. We have foes, and we fight them without mercy. And it's time for us to claim back what is ours. It's time for us to claim bacteria from the terror of the elder dragons. We can't go on living our lives in fear. We have to fight. We have to make a stand. This is our story.
Oh, I guess I'm supposed to go, guys, but I'm not paying attention. I'm zoning out. I'm having a great time. It's all good. Don't worry about that. So anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Chronicles of Tyria podcast, Guild Wars 2 podcast for fans by fans. In this week's episode, you can watch us stare off into space and think about nothing. Now, on this week's episode, we're going to be talking about the new patch that just came out on Tuesday. And, a bunch of other little things, but also our feelings on, is this a step in the right direction that ArenaNet's taking, pleasing a lot of fans, or where do you stand on all that? So, alright, I guess welcome Naveen and Kaysee.
Hello!
Hello!
Everyone. What's
How
up?
are you guys
How
doing?
you doing? I'm doing great. I'm so hyped. I'm excited. You know why? Because I started my vacation as of now. Yeah. 3 weeks, baby.
Nice.
And I'm dancing for those on iTunes who don't know what I'm doing. Looks like I'm having a seizure, but it's cool.
Good.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm super laggy right now, so all I see is Naveen going like...
Oh, man. My nose. I laughed through my nose into my coffee mug, and now there's coffee in my glasses, and there's no tissues around. Thank you.
That. Can't make that up, folks.
So dumb. Felt? Can you wash glasses with felt?
I mean, you can do a lot of things, but... Alright, so I guess we'll actually move on to some of the stuff for the show. So, to start off, we're going to start with the question of the week from last week, which if you remember, I did during the week kind of there, and I just did a little update since we didn't do a show last week because we took a little mini holiday. And the question was, what are your top 5 useless items in video games? And I just got a response today, but that's okay, I'm going to allow it, from our very own Jolinar, who you may know from Drawing with Joel. And these are her top 5. Number 1, broken lockpicks in Guild Wars 2. I would expand that to say trash items in general. Globs of goggly gook and all that other stuff. The gray items that serve no purpose except for to sell for like 7 copper. You'd be rolling in the dough by doing that. Goldeen coming out of a Pokeball in Super Smash Brothers. I also agree with that. I do think they should switch it to Magikarp because Goldeen's actually a functional Pokemon. Just throwing it out there.
I would know.
She says, Pokemon, any item like calcium iron that you can use in battle that up a certain stat. I think she actually meant like X attack and X special and all those. So, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, I never use those. Those just get sold.
Oh my god, I
at the
never
Pokemart.
use those.
Sold at the Pokemart.
Yeah.
Maple Story, portable benches. And Mario Kart single-use bananas, especially if you're in last place.
Oh my goodness.
Couldn't agree more. Bananas in general, although the trail of bananas is nice to block red shells or green shells coming from the back.
Right.
Alright, Naveen, I know you took some time and came up with your top 5 useless items in video games.
Yeah.
While I eat this sandwich, why don't you tell us yours?
Well, actually, I'm going to read Alucard and Lena. She had a list, but we didn't see it. It was on our YouTube channel.
I
Thanks
missed it,
for
I'm sorry.
commenting. I forgot to check. She says, 1. What is this? Turfing? Tyrfing from Castlevania SOTN. I haven't played that game, I'm sorry. Not only is this useless because it does no damage, but it actually takes away most of your attack stats. Usually all of it unless you are super powered in attack stats. Doing 1+ damage is like impossible. Number 2, Bad Mushroom in Mario. No, seriously, I hate that thing, she says. 3, Spigot in Skyrim. This thing does nothing, literally. It doesn't even look nice, so you don't even want to display it in your home. Number 4, soulbound items of a different class type in Guild Wars 2 is just evil. You're so right. And number 5, Tetris block in the game The Sandbox. People are still complaining that they weren't going to like Facebook to get the item in the game, but turns out that it's ugly and useless, and I really don't know what they think they're missing. What's The Sandbox?
Got me.
Cricket.
You Google, what's the sandbox?
What's a sandbox in Sandbox? It's a game. Computer security? Software development? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I had my list.
Yep.
Check this out. Number 1, a phoenix feather in Final Fantasy VII when a chick dies.
Fair enough.
But I mean, she dies and no one... Cloud is just like, yeah, I'm gonna throw you in water now. Sorry, didn't have phoenix feather in my inventory. Yeah. A red iris flower in Guild Wars 1. Doesn't do anything.
5 gold. That's about it.
Not even. I don't... Yeah. A panda suit bonus in Onimusha. It does absolutely nothing. In Chrono Trigger, favorite game of all time, a mop charm. It sells for one coin. I can't remember the currency. It has attack 1 and is the weakest weapon in existence. Charm from the new in 60 million BC at the hunting grounds. That's where you can get them. Then number 5, in Zelda Ocarina of Time, iron boots. You use those in the water temple, and then what? Then that's it.
Yeah, I would chalk in hover boots there too, because those were totally useless.
Oh my god.
Just a shadow temple. I was so excited when I
I'm
got
gonna walk in the air
boots.
and then fall.
I thought I was just gonna go. Like, I was like, this is great. I'm never gonna fall.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Alright. Kaysee, do you have a top 5? No, if not, I can go and you can try to think of 5 real quick.
She's like,
Alright, I'm gonna go.
No, I'm just gonna go.
Oh, okay, fine, go.
I was just gonna go, like, when we were brainstorming, we were talking about, like, I was just thinking of one useless thing that could be useless, and I came up with beer from Duke Nukem, because that is probably the most useless mechanic in the entire world of FPS. And then I kind of just went, you know what, for my whole top 5, I'm just gonna go with Duke Nukem. Because I can think of 5 useless things in Duke Nukem, so I'm just gonna go with Duke Nukem.
But then you're saying Duke Nukem is useless. That's not good. You're gonna get a lot of hate mail.
Yeah, well, not whole of Duke Nukem, all Duke Nukem in, the most recent one. I can't even bother to remember its name. Forever, thank you. The previous Duke Nukem is, but, you know, that game is just useless. All of it's just useless. Hey, you can send me hate mail. I'm fine with that.
Alright, my top 5. Mr. Saturn in Super Smash Bros. Serves no purpose. He walks stuff off the edge. It's really annoying. You open up that capsule and you're like, ugh! Mr. Saturn. Just right up there with Goldine coming out of a Pokeball. All right.
Wow.
I'm going to say speed shoes in Bubble Bobble.
And
It makes
Bubble
it harder to jump on the bubbles when you move faster. Completely useless item, in my mind. There's plenty of other more useful items. Potions in Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Why would you waste a bottle spot on a potion and not a fairy? You have to actively drink the potion, where when you die, the fairy automatically brings you back.
Huh.
Like, why would you use... Because, like, it's not like you're at a point in the game when you're like, oh, I can get this potion, and, like, I'll get a fairy later on. No, fairies are there the whole time. You can go to a fairy fountain. Tons of fairies. Yes, Alacardelina in the chat says, be in a bottle from Link to the Past.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'll put that up there with bugs in a bottle, too, from Ocarina of Time.
Although you can... Isn't there, like, a collection? Someone collects them? Or you can sell them? There's something you can do with them.
Attack an enemy. If you let them go, they'll fly out and like attack an enemy.
Yeah, but
then they'll fly away.
But I mean, the potion though, even though it takes some time to
yeah,
it takes some time for you to die and be like, and then you see the little fairy, and then.
Yeah, and all your hearts are full, and you're good to go. I mean, you have four fairies. That's like 20 hearts with the little white ring around it 5 times over, really.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna agree with Joel on the X anything in Pokemon. Never use them ever. How many was that?
Do they even use them in tournaments?
I don't think you can, no.
Oh, okay, then well.
I'm gonna say... How many am I at? 4? I guess I'll say...
Your mom in real life. What? What? That was too easy, sorry. I'm so mature.
I'm gonna go with daggers in Castlevania 1 for the original Nintendo. It's a waste of your hearts. You could be throwing axes, you could be throwing the cross, you could be throwing the fire bombs. Why would you throw daggers? Or if I don't do that, coins in Super Mario Brothers. Yes, 100 coins will get you an extra life, but if you really need that extra life, like it's Mario. Like, come on now. It's like, it's not like in Sonic where you collect rings and if you don't have rings you die. It's like they're just there for you to go collect.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it's not like you're like, oh dude, check out my high score, all the coins I got in the first level of... Yeah. Yeah. Alright. That's enough of that. Sandwich is done. Time to move on. And here we go. So again, if you're listening to us on iTunes, sorry for all of that.
Oh, and sorry about last week when I didn't put the show on iTunes because it was a 15 minutes updates about Lagywn saying what's going on and all the updates, but you'll have to repeat that, Lagywn, because I didn't put it on iTunes even though I said I would put it on iTunes because I fail.
Okay, well, it's a failure, and we're moving on.
Yep.
Commander. Thank you to Citrus Robot in the chat room who says Sandwich 2013 to 2013. I'm sorry. Sandwich.
I was like, what game is that?
So, if you're listening to us on iTunes or watching us on YouTube and you'd like to see us live Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, twitch.tv/Chronicles of Tyria. We're going to move to shoutouts now. So, Kaysee, how about you?
Okay. I have 2 shoutouts this week. Like, I feel so super, like, in the zone at the moment because I never have prepared.
I'm going to go grab my phone.
Oh my god, Kaysee the robot has appeared. Yeah, zup, yeah, zup. Guys, Kaysee's frozen and lag is gone. I'm so lost. What do you want me to do? Oh, hi, Kaysee! I almost died.
I know, it went black and I saw a big eye. What just happened?
Learning from the chat what's going on.
You guys are leaving me alone. Well, it's because you left, and then Casey froze, so I was all alone, and I didn't know what to do.
My internet is going up and down like a yo-yo today, so I'm gonna be just try and stay as little as possible.
It's gonna be a long show, folks. Get some snacks. We're gonna be here.
They're used to it.
Yeah.
All right.
Get the second bowl out because I'm telling you now you're gonna need it. All right, shout outs. Don't crash on me again, internet. The first shout out I have is to Shiraj Longclaw, which is a char, and while I was trying to get my, you know how you can kill a certain amount of Aether Blades in each Maguma jungle and sort of area, and you know people were camping the spawn spots. I guess. Did my internet die again?
You're still talking.
Hello?
She's auto-tuning.
Just go.
He was there.
Again, say this fast. Go. I have a shout out for this guy, and we're done.
Go. You were camping?
You're clear. You're not green.
Okay, go. Yeah, he's a chat.
Okay.
Sorry, iTunes.
Okay, so I'll quickly just go and get it out. I did role play with him, and I'm not a big role playing person. I'm kind of nervous about that. But he started talking to me, and we did this whole thing about like, how I'm a Norn, and we were talking about how like, you know, I'm not used to the food, and how, you know, he says you should come to the I can't remember, but Minktoberfest, I can't remember where that is, but you should go there and try the food there and the ale there. And it was really good. We had this great time, and he left. And then afterwards, he sent me a mail which had a spicy meat kebab from the Minktoberfest and an Ascalonian salad.
Oh.
And he sent it to me. He's like, yeah, like, you're still role playing. Yeah, have this, you know, enjoy the food of Ascalon. It was really nice. So that was a shout out to him because I had a really great time. I didn't think I'd enjoy it so much.
Oh, that is great.
Yeah. And the I'm trying to get them all out. I'm sorry if I sound so breathless because I really want to get it all out before it dies again.
That's okay.
And the second one is Talon Vileblade, which is a listener of the show. I don't know if he's in chat at the moment or if he listens on iTunes. But he sent me a mail with money, and some of it was for the guild and some of it was for me. But he also sent the funniest message ever. His message was, in the subject, it was bush trimming, and in this and what he wrote underneath that was, I hope this helps maintain it, and he sent me a gold. And if you have no idea what that means about maintaining my bush, read.
You're not making it any better.
And she froze on it. Oh, that was great.
You have to watch the last episode. It's not as weird as you think it.
No, it's pretty weird. Go. We've got you back for a little bit. Nope, you froze again.
How was?
Hold it! But anyways. Okay, you're good.
Okay, that was my shout outs I had. Yeah, that was the shout outs I had, and thanks to, we have such a great listeners to send me a mail with that. It was just really awesome. And Valerie and I had the biggest laugh when I got it.
Who's Valerie?
Oh, Naveen! Jeez.
You're the worst today. The worst.
Wow.
No, it's alright. She's
Valerie?
Except when she's.
Is that a Silvari? Okay.
Who's Valerie? I didn't know who Valerie is.
Anyway, Naveen, did you have shout-outs?
Not like Naveen.
I did have shout-outs, actually. Even though I haven't played the game in a week, I actually just updated it with the latest update. All. Wait, let me go. See, it's on our Facebook page, so sorry about the clicking action. What's his name? John Coppola. That's my shout out because he's a listener, and he sent us a mail, a private message on our Facebook page saying, "Hey, I'm a huge fan of the podcast and have been since BW1 when I first tried Guild Wars 2. Congrats on the first year strong, by the way." Yay! Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I've made it.
Appreciate it.
Huh?
No, I said we appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, we do. Lagywn does it. I do. I'm kidding. I've made quite a few Guild Wars 2 themed PCs for my clients, which you can see here. Sorry, and I'll put a link in the chat room later, and in the comments on YouTube and wherever you guys can find us. I just moved my personal PC to a new case and am going to make a window for it that will be engraved. I would like to use the Chronicles of Tyria logo if you would give me permission. Thanks for all the great content you all put out. You're welcome. And if you want to look for it on Facebook real quickly, the group is called Striker Computers. And you should see the work this guy does. It's absolutely beautiful. It's amazing. Yeah. And he actually got some props from, not props, but goodies from ArenaNet for all the work he's been doing. And oh my god, just go take a look. Go take a look and like his page. He does wonderful work. So that's my shout out for now. What are you doing, Lag?
I am pulling up.
Oh, you're streaming. You're doing a streamception.
Yes.
Oh.
Stream within a stream. Can they see it? I can't see what's going on the Twitch, but if you guys can see that,
yep.
That's what we're talking about by making custom Guild Wars 2 PCs, Windows, and he also builds computers too. So if you would like a new computer, so you can see he also puts names along the bottom as well. See if he's got any more Guild Wars related ones. Oh, here's his swag he got from ArenaNet. Signed editions of the game. Mm-hmm. Things that I want, ArenaNet. Why can't I buy a Guild Wars 2 pint glass?
Yeah, what's up with that? I'm sure they would make a lot of cash with that.
Yeah, so you can see he's big into custom computing. So, oops, that's not the right one. That's the right one. I've talked about possibly contacting him to build me a PC case. Unless I decide I want to spend more money and buy a PC. But right now, maybe just a case.
Oh my god. Anyways, when he's done with the thing, he's going to link us to it for sure. And I'm really excited for what it's going to look like. Oh my god, it's so awesome.
I think we're going to send him a t-shirt.
That's a very good idea.
I think we're going to do that.
Yes. Or a mug.
One of these bad boys.
Or whatever.
Right
yeah.
But anyway.
They're asking for his size.
Yeah. What else you got?
I got a second shout out. It's not really Guild Wars 2 related, but it is because it's related to me. I want to shout out to me. Can I do that? I want to be conceited for a second.
It's a little self-centered, but
I want to be self-centered for a minute.
You could do whatever you want.
Yeah. Cause you know what I've been doing for the past almost 2 weeks? I've been training super intense, okay? I've been doing the Tap Out XT training, okay? That's UFC I was going to say
You can say shit. We're an adult crap.
Yeah, that's true. That's UFC shit. That's super intense, okay? And I'm good. I'm actually surprised. So I want to shout out to me. Thank you, Naveen. You're welcome, Naveen.
Yay for Naveen!
Also, thank you.
Really? Now you're gonna start getting coy?
I'm kidding.
Oh my god, John! from Facebook. He is in the chat.
Hey, John! Yay! You're welcome. Your work is awesome.
Yes.
And
have
we're
any
gonna send you a
shout-outs?
T-shirt.
Yes, we will.
That was Lag's idea. He has great ideas sometimes.
Great ideas most of the time. The merchandise was my idea. But anyway,
Whatever.
did you have any other shout-outs? We are running long, and we haven't even started the show.
Oh crap. I had something, but then you interrupted me.
Well,
So I don't know.
Lag.
anyway, I have a couple of shout-outs. I wanted to shout out to the people that ran in our guild that helped me run failed runs at the Aether Blade Retreat, trying to get the lasers, get the don't get hit by the lasers achievement. And I'd also like to shout out, specifically in that, to Kier, one of our members, who came back from the brink of nothingness to show up for the first time in about a month, maybe 2, do the dungeon with us, get it on the first try. And so shout out 1 for coming back, shout out 2 for being awesome and your very first time ever through the dungeon with no explanation of how to do it, getting that achievement. And the third one is for ruining me and another guildie's life by when we're at the end boss, and we're like, okay, we're gonna swap out, so switch characters so we don't get hit by any AoE and get that achievement. We swap out, we're running back in, and she killed the final boss before we got back there, so we didn't get the achievement.
Okay.
In our defense, like, everybody else knew what was going on, but she didn't. So, but yeah. So, shout out to Lovegood and Memory Burn and Alacardalina, who all came along for that doomed run. It was great, and it was hilarious after the fact. So, the only other thing I wanted to say is, we did talk a lot about adding new segments and things to the show, which we do want to do, which I want to remind everybody of random acts of kindness. I had one, but I lost the name. For people, when you see someone in the Guild Wars community do something nice for someone else just for the sake of being nice, we want to highlight that here on the show so that we can show the positive side of the Guild Wars 2 community. I can't remember the name of the person who did it, but there was somebody who logged in that was really frustrated about map completion because they'd logged out of the game for a couple months, and they came back in and their map completion dropped down, and somebody said... somebody commented in Lions Arts map chat and told them all of the new waypoints and point of interests that have been added to the game due to all the living story stuff. So that's why your map completion went down, and showed them where to go and told them, check the wiki, check this and that. So I'm sorry I can't remember your name, but that's the kind of stuff we kind of want to highlight here on the show. So again, you guys can feel free to send us your observed random acts of kindness, and we will display them here on the show. We'll give you a shout out. We'll give them a shout out. So please do that. And we did get a mail, and it had a couple of funny comments coming up with new ideas for content. And this is from Ian Tipu? I don't know how to pronounce it. Ian. How about
And Tipu.
T. If you look up, okay, you guys got the email too. Look up with Ragnar Stormson.
I
That's
didn't get
his name.
anything.
This was a couple days ago. So since Guild Wars 2 is going to 2-week living story updates, and I've seen that Naveen can apparently write, it'd be great to give an in-character dramatized recap the week after, so no spoilers, of the living story each podcast, like old-time radio. That way people can keep up with the ongoing developments in Tyria. You could either go make it totally earnest, do that funny organ soap opera backing and like old-timey radio as in character describing what happened. And he said, or do, like Lagywn has mentioned, the CSI Tyria approach where film noir, CSI Divinity's Reach, and explain it that way, in a Sam Spade sort of way, or just straight up dramatization. And also, I wouldn't be adverse to some dramatizations, Chronicles of Tyria fiction you guys are doing. Again, that funny idea of us to come up with, I don't know if we're going to do old-timey radio, but why not?
It's time consuming. That's the only problem.
Well, they're saying live on the show.
Oh, live on the live?
Yeah, like.
But you still have to prepare and you have to act. And although I'm a very good actress,
Well,
I don't know.
Old-timey radio means no, you don't need to worry about what's on screen. We could just have like a just like an image that covers up the screen, and then we talk, with the soap opera music. We'll talk about it offline, and we'll work on it.
Interesting.
Not in front of the kids, guys.
Yeah. We'll talk about it offline. So again, more ideas for new content, possibly highlighting some of our memes and stuff, funny stuff on the show, things like that.
Yeah.
On it, we talked about maybe doing picture recaps, pictures or small videos to recap what's happened. Since again, we're having updates every 2 weeks, it's kind of hard to keep up. So
speak for yourself. Yeah, right. Miss don't update her game or doesn't know what's going on in Tyria. Oh, by the way, speaking of content and stuff, I have this song I'm waiting to record, but I need the karaoke version, and I can't find it anywhere. And if anyone can actually play guitar and wouldn't mind recording just ding 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 ding, what's I don't know what it's called anymore. Anyways, not a jingle. Anyways, it's What I Wouldn't Do by Serena Ryder. And I have the lyrics and everything. It's already done. It's just I need the karaoke version.
Okay.
So
put that out to you guys. You get a shout out on the show for sure. Maybe even a credit in the video of the song when it's done.
Definitely.
So, guys, help her out. We know you love her music. She's got over 15,000 views on the Icon of Pop one, which has pushed us to almost 50,000 views total on YouTube.
What?
We're at 46 right now. So, all right, let's move on to the pre-topic stuff. I just wanted to point out, Anet is trying to get 1 million likes on their Facebook for Guild Wars 2. If they get to 1 million likes on Facebook, all of us players in-game get a bunch of free rewards. We get a special achievement, a communal bonfire, a consumable boost for 200% magic find and coin from kills for 24 hours, and 3 sets of fireworks for free, just for helping them to get to 1 million likes on Facebook. We know they've sold 2 million copies of the game or more at this point, so there's probably at least 1 million players, and they are currently at 937,000 likes. So come on, guys. By the end of July. So we have 20 days.
They need 100,000?
They need 70,000. 73,000.
Oh, 930. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
Hmm.
we're going to keep on. This is the new segment that I had to get props for. As most of you know, I'm not personally, but I'm working on it. A lot of stuff gets data mined in the game. And turns out that a lot of the stuff that you get data mined from the data files of the game actually turns out to be truthful content that is then later used in the game. So, since that, I'm working on learning how to do that myself so I can go in and find this information for you guys. But for right now, it's time to get
What is this?
your miner's helmet out
What is this?
and your pick. Can't fit this on my head. There we go. Get your miner's helmet
Nice.
and maybe your Molten Alliance unlimited mining pick, and it's time to go data mining. So,
Oh my god, lad.
also I didn't let the ladies know about this ahead of time so that I could get that reaction live on the show.
It's like, I got props, but I don't want to show you yet. I'm kind of scared. Nice hat.
Let's talk. Yeah, this is from work. So let's talk.
Oh my
a little
god,
bit.
oh my god, oh my god.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the interesting data mined stuff that may or may not be very exciting for you. Stuff that was found recently. Bank tab expansions. Purchasable in the gem store. Oh my god, yes. Sorry, I just saw someone in the chat mention the little guys in Mega Man. You duck down and then you don't see their heads anymore. And they pop up.
Nice one. Wow.
Yes, and again, I'm sorry that people on iTunes can't see this.
Yeah, Lag has a hard at.
Because sometimes, There's just benefits for watching us live.
I guess I
Also, I can only kind of hear what you're saying, so I'm just gonna keep talking. Expandable bank tabs in the gem store go up to 15 tabs. Right now, you can purchase 7 tabs to get a total of 8. You're gonna be able to purchase another 7 to get a total of 15 tabs, which is huge.
That's what she said.
I'll listen so I can hear what you guys are saying.
That's what she said.
They're gonna have limited time summons.
I'm gonna ignore Naveen. She's not funny.
I can hear you now.
I'm kidding.
You can summon either a Black Lion trading post trader, a banker NPC, or a merchant NPC, purchasable in the gem store, limited one-time use for a week. So purchase a 1 week usage of any of those, which would be pretty great. I don't know what the price... It's actually... I lied. It'll be dependent on the price of gems for how much those go for.
Oh, they're gonna fluctuate. And influctuate.
I don't... Well, I just mean, I don't know how... If it's 300 gems, that might be a little much. I don't know. Big one that a lot of us are going to be excited about. Exclusive hairstyles only in the hair and makeover kits.
What? I have a total makeover kit just laying in there in my bank because I didn't know. Is that... Can we use for the total?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whenever these come out, so that was found. There's a new mini game that I'm sure a lot of people have seen. I have a couple images I'll throw up on screen a little bit called Basket Brawl. It's a basketball type Guild Wars mini game. Put the ball in the basket, score points for your team. Each basket from up close is worth 2 points, far away is 3. Shoot mid-jump to enhance accuracy. Once time's up, the team with the highest score wins. Let me see if I can't pull up... I have an image of the load screen. And I'm trying to balance this on my head at the same time. It's not working. So, Naveen, if you can toss the camera to me.
Toss it good.
This is the load screen for Basket Brawl. So, as you can see...
Interesting.
And I think a while back, all the icons for the skills were data mined as well. So, Basket Brawl. And now we're moving on.
Just about the hairstyles, there was already a new hairstyle that came out with on the Zephyr Sanctum. Some of the Zephyrites have this really long kind of flowy male hair, and it's on quite a few of them.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure is new.
Because we needed more long hairstyles for man.
Logan could have even longer hair.
Oh my gosh.
Playing all day.
I can just imagine Naveen plaiting his hair. He's like, please stop that.
No, he will love it.
I'm going to keep on moving on here.
Yes, sorry.
Purchasable flute that you can buy.
A flexible
Start
flute?
playing the flute, lower the flute, stop playing. I don't know. I doubt it's a slide flute, but...
Because I heard a flexible flute. I'm like, flexible flute?
No, not a flexible flute.
What did you say?
I don't know what I said. Purchasable flute.
Oh, purchasable.
Yes.
Okay.
Playable. I lied. Playable. That's what I said.
Oh, stop lying.
I'm actually going to buy it, so don't think it could be annoying as the horn is annoying.
Well, I'm wondering if you buy it, you might be able to access it with /flute, like you could play the fake flute in Guild Wars 1, because that emote, if you type /flute, nothing happens, but it doesn't say unknown command. So maybe that would be cool if that's how you activated it, as long as you had it in your inventory. You hit /flute and it would bring it up. This is a big one for you WV dubbers. Oh, whatever, it's fine. And PvPers, new purchasable permanent finishing animations. So rather than you're dropping a cow on somebody with a cow finisher, you buy it one time and you have it forever. You alright, Naveen?
Yeah. Sorry.
So they have a list here of a couple different ones. Cow finishing move, giant finishing move. Then they have ones that I feel are probably reskins of some of the ones we've already had. This one says, send your opponents back to the grave. Summon a lethal bramble. This is the Super Adventure Box one. Drop a snowman on them. Feed your opponent to the birds. Use this ability to plunge a sword through your enemy and summon a shadowy assassin for the finishing move. So these are all purchasable permanent changes, and they're going to redo the way there's an active and a passive finisher. So you set up whatever your passive finisher is, and if you have like a one-time use one, that'll take over, but once that ends, it'll go back to your other finishing maneuver. So if you buy multiples, you can switch which one you want, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Very cool.
I mean, because I bought some of the limited time finishers just to have them, like the Super Adventure Box one I love with the big mushroom cloud made out of pixels.
Oh.
Pixel-geddon.
Let's see. Can you switch the camera to me again, Naveen? Because I have a couple of images.
You should look in the chat room. Someone made a meme out of Kaysee.
I saw. I didn't get a chance to look at it yet. A couple interesting things that were found in the data mine is this dragon. Dragon with no arms. Nobody knows what that is.
A dragon with no arms?
Yeah, just wings. So this was mine, this image. What it means?
Maybe it's not done yet.
Probably, but it's got an interesting kind of. It looks icy, but I don't know if that's just because it's the texture model they used when they made it. But I can pull it over there. But it looks different than anything we've seen in game currently. So that could be potentially something new. What else do we have? We've seen that. I got another loading screen. If I can find it. Oh, that's bad.
Someone suggested Smiggles Smith in chat suggested Glint's baby.
And actually, I'm going to get to that because that's part of another piece that I have to talk about. There's also this loading screen. I'll throw this up here. Not sure what this is for. I haven't played the new PvP map, so maybe this is the new PvP map. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's Skyhammer.
That's what I thought, but I haven't seen it yet. So
Live Spartan in the chat room says Skyhammer too, so does Citrus.
So that's fine. So I haven't played Skyhammer yet.
Me neither.
Naveen, I'm gonna send you a video if you could play it. For all of those of you that have tried Giganticus lupicus and have had problems, I'm going to show you. This is a video of people doing it in 28 seconds.
Where did you send it? In Skype? Because everyone's going to be like, oh, look, Inception. Okay.
There.
Are they going to be like me?
Inception.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the newest meme that's added, which is great.
Whoa. Okay, let me fix that because that was really screen region, and then I'm gonna take this here, and then yay, you guys are seeing what I'm doing live. Okay, let's do this. I'm playing the video. There's no sound to it?
There should be, but it's just music.
Huh. I don't have any
I hear the
sound.
music.
Oh, now there is.
Okay. Come on, I didn't think I could get you out.
What is he doing? Soloing?
No, they defeat Lupicus in 28 seconds.
Oh. Wow. That was awesome.
That's a very popular thing for them to speedrun. I've seen like a few videos of people trying to beat times and stuff like that, and then doing it solo speedrun. So a lot of people are doing that as a speedrun, which is really cool.
Yeah.
That's the current winner for fastest time right now, 28 seconds.
That's awesome.
It was 41 seconds like a week before, and then someone's like, nope, did it better. Alright, so data mining section is over, so you can put your hats and your picks away, and we'll move back into the other topic.
That was
now,
awesome. I want to pick.
I'm going to bring that back every week.
Yay!
Now, I'm a little bit I'm very excited for this next bit of news, but also pissed because I would have seemed like a prophet if we did the podcast yesterday.
Huh?
But ArenaNet saw fit to totally shoot it down, well, the being a prophet thing, by totally proving everything I was going to theorize.
Mm.
So they released this new update today, this new blog post called Short Story, The Trek of the Zephyrites. And it says, Scribe's note, the following journal page was retrieved, undoubtedly without permission from the Zephyr Sanctum, and came into the hands of the German Priory in 1326. So, it says, a Season of the Scion, 1320. Exhaustion and heat may kill us before we get out of here if minor irritations don't get to us first. The desert wind blows sand into everything. The grains are like tiny biting mites that get between your skin and your clothes, clink to your scalp, and grind between your toes.
Ooh.
My companions have remained taciturn throughout our journey, and as we approach the battlegrounds, we stop conversing about anything non-essential to our survival. We're too exhausted to do anything but plod onward. It's as if the wind, sun, and weather were conspiring to slow our progress. I'm beginning to understand why someone keen on security would make this the location of her lair. Our trek into the Crystal Desert has taken weeks longer than expected. The weather has proven unpredictable, but we have finally arrived at our destination. I write this down from a hill overlooking the battlefield. An air of solemnity rises from the sand in waves like the shimmer of heat, making it difficult to breathe. This is where Destiny's Edge confronted the Crystal Dragon and where our protector died defending us from her elder kin. I imagine I can see her crystalline remains of her corpse from here. Tomorrow we will know. Our predecessors, the Dwarven Brotherhood, knew she was different. They forged an alliance with her and let her into their minds. They guarded her legacy for as long as they could, but sadly their race was not to live forever. Destiny decided otherwise, and thus the torch was passed to my ancestors. We hid ourselves away for hundreds of years, helping her as we could and keeping her secrets. It breaks my heart that we did not witness her final moments. She lived for millennia and yet was gone in the blink of an eye. We're coming here to retrieve whatever remains of her magical corpus so that her sacred bones won't fall into the wrong hands. Dragons consume magic, but they do not destroy it. They hold it within themselves like a sponge holds water. I only hope we're faster than the scavengers and power mongers who would use her body to advance their own evil or selfish plots. I know now what great value there is in her crystal remains. Holding a portion of her in my hand, I was able to walk on wind, ride the lightning, and channel the sun to my will. We will take her back with us and build a new sanctum where we can rise above the mundane violence of the world. There, we will foster peace and seed the crystals we make with touches of her magic, so that others too can experience her legacy. I write with some confidence that once we leave this forsaken desert landscape, I will never return. It's everything we are not, inhospitable, lifeless, and cruel. We'll take her to a resting place with fresh breezes and gentle sunshine. She deserves nothing less. She was as old as the Shiver Peaks, older than the gods. None will ever hear her true name spoken properly, and so we will remember her only as Glint, the one and only dragon who fought the destruction of our world. While we live, she will never be forgotten. I have goosebumps right now. I just want to say that.
Dude, I haven't read it, and I was like a little kid listening to his favorite story at bedtime. Oh, shivers! What? We are such geeks. Love it. That's awesome.
So I was actually going to theorize all of that the Zephyrites are all tied to Glint, and I was like, people are gonna be like, what? And then ArenaNet's like, hey, guess what? You don't need to, because we're gonna ruin that.
Yeah.
So, because I was, I figured a lot of this would have to do with the fact that there's all these crystals in the Zephyrite area. There's all these aspects, which we had to fight the six of the dragon when you go into Glint's lair. There's also a song. There's a Zephyrite song that ArenaNet released on their SoundCloud.
That is such a beautiful song with like the lyrics and everything like that.
But if you read some of the words, like, she flies no more in glinting beam and leaves a hollow hole glinting. Alas, her magic strewn in sand. Alas, her soul undone. And I'm like, I've got this. And they talk about how the loss of our crystal sun, there's a teacher on one of the areas on the actual Zephyr Sanctum ship where people say, so the dragons are evil, and she says, like, not all dragons are evil, and the teacher teaches all about peace, which is kind of what Glint was all about, preserving peace.
Uh-huh. What about
They
Kunabang?
say some interesting things. Like, she actually says, no, the dragons aren't evil, and she compares them to, like, the tide coming in. Like, have you known, lightning to kill people and this and that to kill people? But that doesn't make him inherently evil. So they kind of think the dragons aren't evil, but they're just forces of nature, which is very similar to the Kodan. So maybe we've got it wrong.
Well, and then on the Zephyrite actual page on the wiki says, generations prior to the rise of Ore, a wise elder called the dwarves together and called them the protectors of heritage. Over time, guardian... Oh, there goes my dog. He's excited about something. Let's shut my door.
Law! Dog loves law!
Let's see.
Daddy, I just want to warn you that wind is blowing outside. There's a squirrel on your lawn.
Over time, guardianship was passed on to the humans. During this period, humans discovered the three aspects and decided to construct Zephyr Sanctum as a safe haven from influences of the outside world and dedicate them to the aspects.
That Asian is safe. Let's move on.
So, well, they also have a very Canton theme, so maybe that's where I was going with that.
Yeah, made out of bamboo and stuff like that.
But, they said all these dwarves as the protectors of heritage, and I was like, that sounds a lot like the Brotherhood of the Dragon from Guild Wars 1. And then ArenaNet basically says, well, you're right, so stop theorizing, because so far, you're right the whole way through. And I'm like, well,
so predictable.
I wanted to sound like this great Guild Wars prophet, and they just ruined it. They just took it all away.
We know you are. You don't have to prove yourself.
But, yes, so... oh, here we go. Here's the image. Can you send it to me? Sec? Can you guys read that?
My ears are tingling. That can only mean one thing. There's something, and then it's cut out. Move it a little bit to the left. Left. Yeah, okay. There's something hidden here. There's more to these people than meets the eye. And then you reply with, they seem perfectly pleasant to me.
That's the wrong one. So, that Asura there mentions that she thinks there might be something hidden. Well, they're all about protecting the legacy of Glint. As we all know from Guild Wars 1, Glint had a baby. So there's a baby dragon. So it's been 250 years. That dragon's probably not a baby anymore. I wouldn't be surprised if they have the baby on the Zephyr Sanctum.
Oh my god, oh
my god. It's a big baby to hide.
Mama!
I don't think you can hide that thing.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting though, like, at the end, spoilers, no, it's not really spoilers, if you haven't read Destiny's Edge book, I just have no words for you, but at the end, I love how they emphasize that Kaith walks on the sand collecting scales of glint, and now these people came and collect scales of glint. If, like, these two people, like, just came from nowhere to collect the scales, imagine how many other people went and collected the scales as well. And obviously it's a very kind of important thing that they've emphasized a few times, that people have collected the scales. So I wonder that how they're going to continue on with that.
Yes, and I would like to point out that Smiggly Smiths in the chat here references a Reddit article that also has a majority of this information as well, all about the Zephyrites, and is a pretty in-depth explanation as well of more or less everything that I just mentioned. That's actually where I got the screenshot from and the idea for Glint's baby, because I didn't even think that far ahead, because I just kind of put Glint's baby out of my head. I remember like a very early topic of that coming up like way back in beta. Like, will we find out about that? Or maybe it was a dev talking about Glint's baby or Reese Osby or Jeff Grubb. I don't remember. And then like I just forgot about it because we haven't heard anything about a lot of the secrets from Guild Wars 1. So definitely check out that Reddit and, you know, upvote it because that Reddit thread because it's awesome. We'll link that in the description. So let's see, what else do I have? Oh, for those of you who don't know, which kind of snuck out from a lot of us, ArenaNet, if you go to the wiki page, there's the entire breakdown of all of the achievements. I know we can only see up to like one past, you know, like whatever we're at right now, 3,000, 3,500. We can see all the way up to 10,000 achievement points. I'd like to point out that for those of you that have 5,000 achievement points, you're going to be getting 10 laurels, 15 gold, and 400 gems for 5,000 achievement points.
Nice.
At 10,000, which I don't think anybody's there yet, but at 10,000 you get 10 laurels, 30 gold, and another 400 gems. So I will paste the link. Well, there's actually, I'll paste this link here in the chat. This is actually a achievement calculator that someone created. So you can type in what achievements you're at, and they'll tell you what you get. So if you were to type in like 3,700 achievements, it'll tell you all that you would have at that point, and what you would, how many chests, and that whole breakdown. If you click the data source link there, though, it'll take you directly to the wiki page. So, well, I guess people have over 11. I haven't paid attention to the leaderboard, so those people will get that.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
And lastly, before we get to the review of actually the content, it came out about a month ago, and I just kind of wanted to point out, because I think I missed it, was when people, someone on the official forums suggested possibly adding a historian NPC to the game, which I think would be a great idea, to allow you to relive the events of previous living story, not get any of the, you know, not get really any of the exclusive rewards, but at least get to see what happened. And Colin Johansson actually responded to that and said, "We feel like our Fractals dungeons is the perfect fit for this kind of historical experience, similar to the way the bonus mission pack worked in Guild Wars 1. Even better, it already exists and has explanations behind why these slices of time are available to discover and experience within. In the future, you'll see certain types of content that was part of a larger story be updated to work within the Fractals dungeons and return there where it makes sense to do so. Of course, the specific rewards and achievements will not return since those are intended to be completed as the story unfolds. The content itself will be used to expand out our Fractals experience and serve as a place to continue to experience great and strange moments in history."
I love Fractals. Nah.
Yeah.
It feels so good, especially like with doing Ascalon. It really feels like a part of history. And when we're going to add things like the dungeons and stuff like that, I'm going to be so happy. I'm going to be so excited.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly what I want, because when I go back, I'll feel that nostalgia towards it.
And here's just a little snippet of another quote from that same thread from Colin Johansson. "And yeah, that Flame and Frost dungeon updated for size would make a good Fractal, wouldn't it?"
Lol.
Absolutely. That was a great dungeon. One of the best, I think, if not the best dungeon to date. Although the Aether Blade was very good, some of the mechanics just drove me mad. Also, that time I was very much asleep and we wiped 5 times. But that's another story.
Yeah. Sleep.
So let's move on to just a quick, we're going to review, I guess me and Kaysee are going to review the new content. Naveen will sit there and be pretty.
I'm gonna be. Oh, thank you. I'll attend. I'll pretend. Because I can say right now that I've just updated the game and I got my first chest for the achievement. I got 100 points and then a bunch of boosters, and that's pretty much it.
I know at the 1,000-point one you get 200 badges of honor out of the one chest.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I got mine today. Yay!
What did you? Oh, did you not get it then? Because I know it was 100, then 200, and I don't know what the new one will be. I have to check that.
I got 1,000 one today, which had the Zenith skin in, and 200.
Oh, okay, I'm one step ahead of you, so I'll know.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's move on. So the new zone. Labyrinthine Hill. What are your? What do
I
you think?
love it. I think it looks amazing. Like, really feels inviting to be there. I really, 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 really like it. It has a cancer-esque theme to it, and man, they put so much effort into the voice acting. The voice acting in that area is amazing. The stories, like, okay, keep the fangirling.
You know they have tables there.
I was just thinking about that. Oh my god. Great minds think alike.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what she said
There's a
when
woman there.
South Sun Cove came out.
Yeah, I was really excited about the tables.
And the voice
But
acting.
The woman. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
There's a woman there, and this is the one in particular that stuck in my mind. There's a woman there, and she's with a boy, and the first thing I heard from him is like, "Look what I got today," and he obviously goes, I don't know, showing her something. She whistles and she goes, "Wow, you're going to be buying dinner then tonight," and it's like kind of like obviously they're a bit poorer and not well off. And then I thought, there's a lot of urchins in this area. Of course, with the trading district, there's bound to be poor people. But then, like, I also heard, like, later on when I was there, she also said, "Oh, money's drying up." He's like, "Well, why don't we get another job or something like that?" And she goes, "No, we have to we have to quickly sell this off, and we can't risk staying in one place too long because then the vigil will get you, and I don't want the vigil to sweep you up." And I'm like, what, is the vigil like recruiting child soldiers now? Why would the vigil want a young boy? And like that sort of interesting intrigue, like obviously there's a story behind that, but what's going on? Like, I was so interested, and I'm talking to him and I'm talking to her, and just like normal NPCs, they would just like normal people, they were like, "What are you looking at? Like, you want a piece of me?" kind of thing. It was just really, there's everyone there has a lot of character, and I'm sure you've seen the Quag and Magic show and the brat that's around there with his mother. And
Okay, let's end the podcast right now. I'm logging into game. Ciao, guys.
Naveen does not like brats.
Time out for you.
And like that sort of thing is just amazing. I love it. Absolutely love it. Because that's what I play the game for. Is character and the feeling, and why I love lore is that it's got so much characteristics to it.
Mm.
Yeah, I definitely like. They said they were going to make an emphasis on the verticality of the stage, and I really do appreciate that. And I love the aspects and the movement and the additional movement skills and stuff like that. It's kind of corny and a little gimmicky, but it's fun, and I like it. And the scavenger hunt for finding all the crystals is great. Like, that took a while, and some of them are really difficult to get to. And I like that kind of difficult, in air quotes, PvE content. Let's see. There's the brand new mini game, Belcher's Bluff, where you can go around in the drinking game that's permanently in the game. You can go around and fight the masters and get their signature moves.
That is really oddly done, because I tried to do that the other day. And where they showed me where the Sylvari was, I could not find him at all. And then, like, to actually play it, you have to buy kits and play with other people and all that sort of stuff. So that's very odd. I like it, though. It's kind of like the brawling. It's something to do when you're bored. Someone has an endless kit. Let's do Belcher's Bluff while we're waiting for someone.
Just so you know, since you didn't find it, and in case you don't know, to find any of the drinking masters, they're in the home instances in any of the main cities. So you have to go into the home instance.
That makes sense.
So there's that. The new temporary minigame, which I agree with people in the chat, should be the permanent one, is Sanctum Sprint. By far my favorite minigame. It's amazing. It's a racing game.
It is so good.
It is very reminiscent of roller beetle racing, except you actually get to use your character and your PvE or your PvP armor that you're wearing. It's pretty great. I would love for it to be permanent because it's a fun thing to do when you're bored, but it has that kind of feeling, and this is again the Guild Wars 1 player in me, of roller beetle racing, where it's not always there, but when it's back, you're pumped and you're excited that it's back and you just want to do it. And you can get pretty great rewards. I got one of the backpack skins, the new backpack skins, out of the chest for completing the race. So.
And don't forget, each race takes less than 10 minutes, and you get 10 silver each time. So effectively, and if you play it for an hour, you're getting tons of gold. Well, not tons, you're getting gold and so. It's really it really feels worthwhile to play, the fact that you get so much out of it. And if every 15 races you get a yellow as well.
Yeah, so, and there's achievements tied to that as well, so that's pretty great. So, I think I really like the way ArenaNet's dealt with the RNG boxes and the new skins this go around. I feel like this is definitely a step in the right direction and putting in things that people want. Yes, you can buy RNG boxes in the gem store. You can also get them from picking up the kite things that are flying around all throughout the world, and you can trade them in. You can trade in materials to get the boxes as well. And I think, yeah, so you can trade in but it's great because it's a sink for useless materials. Like, I'm glad that I had 3,000 candy corn saved up from Halloween, because I just turned in 150 candy corn as a box each time. And I got a bunch of kite fortunes from that. I got a bunch of the new recipes for celestial gear, which was cool, which we'll get to in a second. And if you don't want to try your luck at RNG, you can take the fortune scraps, and 250 fortune scraps will get you, I think it's 250, will either get you one of the new Zephyr helmets, one of the 3 helmets, or one of the 3 Zephyr backpack skins. Or you have a small chance of getting a rare gold fortune scrap, which is just, you get one and that's an instant trade-in. So,
golden ticket!
Yes. So that's pretty great.
Yeah, I think it's actually cheaper for the back pieces. I think the back pieces are only 150 fortune scraps.
And they are
and then the helmets
on the gem store. You can sell them on the gem store, the backpacks at least.
Yeah.
So there's that. There's a new material that was added, Quartz. New crafting material. You can find it at the Quartz locations all around the Zephyr Sanctum. You can get them from getting out of the fortune boxes, the boxes. You can also get them once you complete 16, I think, achievements for that. You'll get the personal Quartz node that when you activate on a character makes a Quartz node available in your home instance. And as far as I can tell, it's available in any home instance that the character visits, because I went to the Norn home instance on my human and the node was there to mine.
Okay, yep.
So there's that. And that's great because that's something for the crafters. And Celestial Gear is the gear that gives you a boost to every piece, every single stat. And not only because you used to only be able to get trinkets, now you can make a full set of armor that way. So there could be the potential for some interesting builds made out of that. There's the Zephyr Sanctum model, which allows you to view the Zephyr Sanctum from any major city. And it's cool, but I really like this idea of giving us an in-game item that allows us to review stuff that passed, like the diary that lets you view Marjorie Delacroix's scene, the film noir.
That's my favorite thing in the whole wide world. Of Tyria.
Yeah. So I like that. I like that we can view the Zephyr Sanctum even after it's gone. I want more of this, and I want this for every piece of living story when it completes. If it's like the Flame and Frost where it's over 4 weeks, just give it to me at the end. But I would love to have this where I can go back and view, and this is something, especially if it would be like the Zephyr Sanctum, where I drop the model on the ground and other people could view it. It'd be cool to have that for people that didn't get to experience. You could be like, okay, well here, check this out. I'm going to drop this on the ground, look at this, you can see what you missed last month, or whatever. 3 new Quaggan mini pets in the gem store, and they're awesome.
Really?
Yeah, There's a pirate and a couple. There's two other ones I can't remember.
There's a girl Quaggan with the little bow, and there's the magic show Quaggan. Something poo no cuckoo the incredulous.
Wow.
And a pirate one.
God, earworm.
There's a brand new PvP map, Skyhammer, which I've only seen some videos of, but I hear it's great to play on, especially with the collapsible glass floors. And I actually watched Wooden Potato's new video, which was hilarious, and it's a great idea for some fun in PvP. Building your rolling dice to determine what your build is, where you roll a 6-sided die, and then that's the tree that you have to pick from, and then you roll a 12-sided die, and that's the trait you have to get within that. You do that for 2 traits, and then you tell the other your opponent it's for one-on-ones, one skill they have to use on their bar and one skill they can't use on their bar. And then after they have that, you have 3 minutes to come up with a build, and then you both 1v1 with whatever you've come up with. And they actually tried that on the new Skyhammer map, and he went full Glass Cannon Ellie, because that's what it built, and he was about to down his opponent, and his opponent misformed onto one of the glass floors, and he went down there to get him, and the floor broke, and they fell through, and they both died.
Oh no!
So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's definitely fun, and if you have a custom arena like Chronicles of Tyria does, you can do fun things like that. Speaking of which, custom arenas, you can do team size up to 10 each. 10 on each team, which is pretty great. Let's see. They added new World versus World Mastery skills, which are actually pretty useful in my mind. Siege and Repair Builder. The first level is you use when you go to do 1 tick of building siege or repairing something, it uses 4 supply as opposed to 1. So you can build things much, much faster. Siege blueprints are no longer account bound, so you can trade people, you can sell them on the trading post as well. And lastly, one of the things that I tried to get out of a Black Lion chest is a Tome of Knowledge, which is an item, a rare drop out of a Black Lion chest that when you use automatically gives a character a level. So whether you're 80 and you just use it for a skill point, or you're a low level alt and you just want to get them that 1 level, there you go.
It's effectively a rare candy.
Yes, it's Guild Wars rare candy. Tome of Knowledge equals Guild Wars 2 rare candy. Alright, and this is my last bit, which is, I don't know what happened. I can't tell. I'd be like, hey, Naveen, send the camera to me, but you can't.
Yeah, no, you can't.
But I'm going to pull it up. I'll post the link in the chat. If you guys haven't seen the release page, which I'll post it here, if you see on the right side, coming soon, there's 2 buttons, Keel for Council or I Like Evan. Check back on July 16th for more details. That's next Tuesday. What happened to 2-week updates? What is this crap? 1-week update? Or is this just we're going to get information in a week?
I just have to gush just a little bit. Go and see Kill in her casual clothes. She's so cool, man. So freaking cool. I love Kill. I love her so much. I want to marry her. And when I went and talked to her, she's like, I feel safer just knowing you're here. I'm like, yeah, baby. Yeah, you do. Oh, my God, I love you so much. So, seriously, in this election thing, I can imagine myself, putting in map chat, but Kill for council, all this sort of thing. So, yeah. Don't tell me you're going to vote for Evan, because you'll probably just make me really angry.
I'm going to vote for Evan. No, but seriously, I'm going to vote for Evan Ashblade.
No, have you...
I'm going to vote for Evan. He's the head of the Black Lion Trading Company. I tell you what, you can vote for Keel, and when the trading post shuts down, it's your fault, not mine. Okay? I
actually have a bit of spoilers here for you. So I'm going to... Everyone, if you don't want to spoil, close your ears for 5 seconds. They data mined this, and it goes, Evan, help me win a seat on the Oh, I don't know even if you want to know this, Lag, but oh well. You will reap the following benefits. For a limited time, I will reduce the cost of Black Lion keys. You know they want them. To celebrate our newly formed trade agreement, I will host a thrilling and dangerous competition on the shores of South Sun Cove. Yada, yada, yada. I will work with the consortium representatives to identify the da-la-la-la. Then, okay, Ellen, if I win a seat on the Captain's Council, I'll vow to enact the following. Fast travel services are too expensive, and with the Council, I will reduce the cost of waypointing for all citizens. To celebrate the trade agreement with our new friends, I'll organize a competition at the Zephyr Sanctum where the strongest and bravest can test their mettle. She's so excited. She's so cool. Come on. I know that you're like a sucker for the Black Lion keys though, but come on. Lower waypoint cost.
I just want to point out that I really hope that this is true and this actually does turn into a definitive vote. Like, I drop my ballot in for Evan Nashblade and it's done. I can never vote again. It's count bound. But at the end of it, there's not like some weird third thing happens and so we get attacked and then we have to forget all about the vote. Or like they both win and they share a seat on the council because la-di-da, things great. No, I want, like, ArenaNet keeps saying that they want to have the feeling of a living story where the world is changing and you feel like you're a part of it. This is the definitive moment. A vote that if we pick this person and this person wins, this happens. If we pick this and this person wins, this happens. And it's only that way, and we never get the other way back, and that's just what happens, and we live with that decision. That's what I want. That is a living story. We were there. We participated. We can tell people a month down the road, man, back a month ago we had a vote and it was whether we reduced the cost of this or we reduced waypoint fees, and it was, you know, a landslide vote this way and my dog's excited for it and everybody's happy. But I think my wife's coming home.
But yeah, that is going to be the best thing ever. I'm hoping with you. I hope that we can make a decision and it's something that we can rally behind and get behind and that sort of thing. And it can create not bad differences because it's only a game, but kind of create good differences in the community. Like, I want this and I want that, and like that's going to be wonderful. I'm so excited for this. More than the Zephyr Sanctum and everything, like, and the new map. I'm excited for this voting.
Woo, me too. What?
Just a quick recap.
You're gonna vote for Kia, aren't you?
No,
I don't know what's going on.
Let's give you an unbiased thing here. Just real quick. We know that next week from the release page on Guild Wars 2, if you go to the website, it has Keel for Council or I Like Evan, and it's basically we're going to be theoretically voting for who's going to get the seat on the Captain's Council. Captain Ellen Keel, the Lion Guard from the South Sun Cove and all that stuff, or Captain Evan Nashblade, the head of the Black Lion Trading Company. And we're going to be able to, presumably, based on what's been data mined, throw in a vote one way or another. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot, guys. Because for what's been data mined. So, it's basically we're going to vote, and we were just talking about how we hope that it is just that, a vote, where if I vote for one person and this person ultimately wins, whatever the other person was promising doesn't happen and the world is changed forever.
Oh my god.
Right now what we know is Evan Nashblade, if he wins, he's going to lower the price of Black Lion keys
for a limited time.
Well, I mean, come on, you got to make money here. And Keel's going to lower waypoint costs.
Oh, Keel.
Yeah, I know, right? Keel forever.
Dude,
Keel is the best. 2
silvers a pop, 3 sometimes, 4. Keel. Is it for a limited time, her?
I don't know. It didn't say that.
I
Let
would
me check
assume
again.
if the key reduction was, but I don't know if they can.
No, fast travel is too expensive. With me on the council, I will reduce the cost of waypoint travel for all citizens.
Waypoint.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! There's actually more.
Oh.
I will work with the consortium. This Evan. I will work with the consortium representatives to analyze the defining moment in the Molten Alliance struggles in the Fractal Optimist laboratory. And if it's Ellen, she goes, I will consult the consortium on researching a key moment in our fight with the Aether Blades using the experimental and highly controversial Fractal of the Mist lab. So if Ellen wins, we get the Aether Blade dungeon. If Evan wins, we get the Molten Alliance dungeon. So that's, I think, how to level it out. Like, it, because a lot of people love the Molten Alliance dungeon.
Evan.
Oh my god, it's so exciting.
Evan for the win. Just
No, Ellen.
Also, if you read Sea of Sorrows, you'll know what you need to become on the Lion's Guard. Captain Council. I'm not gonna spoil anything. You need. There's at least 2 things. Xander, would you?
Bad dog, eh?
He's putting in his 2 cents.
I said
There's another squirrel on your lawn, Dad. Just letting you know.
So, oh, there goes my other dog.
Yeah,
Yay.
I can confirm it too. It's there. It's climbing up the tree, Dad.
Oh.
Stupid
No.
dogs.
Yeah, my dogs are voting for Evan Nashblade. They know the score.
Whoa, what happened to your voice? It's like...
I don't know why.
And here I have lagywn really loud in my ears.
But, man. But there's 2 things you need to become on the Lion's Arch Captain's Council, and one of them Keel is getting for free, which is BS in my opinion. But the other one, I don't think she can do it. But I know for a fact that Evan Nashblade could. So when you finish Sea of Sorrows, and it's been enough time that everybody in the whole world reads it, then we can come back and talk about it.
But go read it now, seriously, guys.
It's great. It is a great book. They sum up a lot of questions we've had from Guild Wars 1. I'm so sorry, iTunes people and people live, that have to hear my dog, because he is a barker.
There's a really interesting thing that Live Spartan, who's a regular listener, comes to a lot of our chats and posts on Reddit. So, like, thanks, Live Spartan. But anyway, he was saying that instead of reducing key costs for a limited time, it should be armor repair costs. And that way it would be a lot more kind of tough decision for everyone. Like, you know, reducing armor costs, reducing travel costs. It's kind of a very even playing field compared to just some, you know, a gem store thing just for a short time.
I don't know. I waypoint way more often than I repair my armor, so...
Well, yeah, waypoint is for me is like, no deal. I'm just straight away waypoint. Plus, Kill is my love, and I would do anything for my love.
I thought I was your love. What's up with that? You cheating on me?
Oh, no, baby.
What is going on?
You don't mean anything to me.
I don't want to hear it. Whatevs. We're gonna have a talk after this show.
Oh, boy.
You're in trouble. You're sleeping on the couch tonight.
I'm in trouble. I ain't getting any for a week, am I?
A week? Try a month.
We're perpetuating a little bit more of the fan fiction that we don't need to do. Yeah, so it would be great to see. And also, in my mind, I know a lot of people hate RNG, and I don't like it, but I also respect that RNG is RNG, and I'm okay with that. It depends on how much the reduction in the waypoint, or the Blackline key, is. I mean, if we're talking, like, 50 gems a key, that's a pretty big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know. Either way.
We'll see.
We'll see. So, that actually brings me to my question of the week.
Oh, wait. I was typing in the... Here's your question of the week.
Who will you vote for the Lion's Arch Captain Council?
Whoop, whoop.
Captain Ellen Keel or Captain Evan Nashblade, and why? And do you think that it will actually be an influential thing where it is one way or another, or do you think they're going to spring some stupid attack by something on us that we just forget about the vote, or everybody wins and they both share a seat? Something garbage like that. What do you guys think?
That would be crap if everybody won.
I know.
Well, I mean, it would get us a lot of advantages, but that's not how it works. I'm pretty sure we'll get just one of them.
Yeah.
what's the point in participating if both of them come together?
Just to
Both of
give
them
us the
end up-
illusion that we have control.
We don't.
No, we don't.
The whiners
Apparently,
do.
they've data mined lines where of both of them winning. Like Ellen Killer's one, and then another line where Evans won. So like I think that they're gonna really separate them so only one wins. Because there's no line where both of them wins.
Actually, yeah, it was brought to my attention that I never actually picked a winner for the
Question of the week.
of last week. Yes, so I need
Question
to.
of the week, yeah.
Ah, nice. You should do
so-
the jingle for that.
You can have 2 jingles. Stop 'em. So if you can just throw that over to me
For the
a second.
results.
Yes, for how much they will be winning.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see Casey and Naveen in the
Dream
background.
snapshot.
Hide that so you guys
There
can
we
see
go.
them. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna give it to... I don't know, you'll have to find out. 2. It will be
Yay, 2 gold.
gold.
Four.
I'm gonna give it to Al Cardellina for the fact that she had some pretty great things on there, and I also feel bad that I totally missed that she posted it on YouTube.
Oh, she get preferential credits.
Well, it was either
And
her,
on top of
or Joel, and I missed Al Cardellina's, which was on time.
Yeah. No, I
and Alicardalina also just spent a whole ton of money getting a command icon, so I think she might need the money.
Man, Al Cardellina
It's
Claire. So, I should probably go back to my, instead of opening up all this stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Yeah. No, and again, sorry to everybody. I have the list of everybody that I need to send rewards to from the monthly participation and the questions of the week from last week. So I do have those. I have that all written down. After the show, I'm going to send them all out. I'm sorry it took me this long. So, yeah. Congrats, Al Cardellina, on your win. Oh, and lastly, just a little fun thing before we close it all out. This is just a goofy topic on our forums that I've stumbled upon yesterday. I'm going to post the link here in the chat. It was the top 10 COT voices.
Oh, really?
Yes, started by our very own Memory Burn. The top 10 voices, it's not just, it's again, sorry for those of you on iTunes and those not in the guild. It's more for the people on our raid call whose voices you love to hear and why.
What? My husband, you've heard of sexual chocolate? Well, the sound of this man talking can only be described as sexual French vanilla cappuccino.
Oh my god, that's awesome!
Okay, well, I'd like to point out that Joel and R says it was originally from one of our members, Willow, but she didn't want to post it, so Memory Burn took the initiative.
Oh,
So if
okay.
you scroll through, you'll see a couple of us. Even I commented on it. There's a lot of funny comments. If you're in our guild, or even not, and you just want to join up on our forums to comment on this, even though it wouldn't make a ton of sense, because you probably would only have access to the 3 of us plus Joel.
I would
highly
like
recommend
to
it.
say
Yes?
Australians at the top of the list. Hell yes!
Yeah.
And they're Australians near,
Why is-
near me, so I can go visit them.
Why is Nick nowhere?
Well, you can comment on there, guys. Let's not totally derail it to that. I just wanted to throw
Okay.
that out there. There's also another topic on there that's when you're addicted to Guild Wars 2 when. So I would check that out as well. 2 just funny little things inside our guild. So go check those out. But we can tell that obviously Casey and Naveen are very much enthralled by this thread that I just posted. Why don't we end this podcast and then we'll let them read that. And there we go.
Yep.
So everyone, thank you for coming out. Thank you for your great support in the data mining attire that I brought to the show. Free to send pictures to me with your own data mining gear. As everybody knows, safety first. So, be sure to send me pictures of you and your data mining gear, and we'll highlight it here on the podcast. So,
Crazy.
for Chronicles of Tyria, episode 53, I'm Lagywn.
And I'm Kaysee.
And Jump Bird.
And we'll see you next time.
Ha ha ha!